Hello everyone! Welcome back, hope you're all doing well. Welcome back to Anime Review and Makeup. Today's anime of choice is Dr. Stone. So, with that, let's get started. This anime is ridiculous. It's very difficult to take it seriously. And much like within Cells at Work, there is some scientific information, and again, it seems factual enough, though the method of explanations are most likely insanely inaccurate. But there is a warning at the end of each episode that states that the experiments that are performed in the show are dangerous and should never be replicated or attempted. Like with all my reviews, I will try to stay spoiler-free, but I can't guarantee anything. Everything begins on a day just like any other, in a world just like ours. The one thing off is that swallows have been turning to stone, full stone statues. All is well until a bright green light engulfs the entire planet, turning every human to stone, just like the swallows. Everyone is like this for 3,700 years, fully conscious, watching the world change as centuries pass and the Earth reclaims everything. The only reason we know how long everyone stayed statues is because of the teen genius main character, Senku. I'm not kidding about him being a freaking genius. He counted every second he was stoned so he could know how long he was out. He was the first to wake up, and soon enough manages to wake up his best friend Taiju. Taiju, unlike Senku, is an absolute idiot, but what he lacks in brain, he more than makes up for in brawn. He's so strong and durable, it's scary. He can fall down a 15-foot sheer cliff and brush it off like it was nothing. He's also hopelessly in love. The day humanity turned to stone, he was about 30 seconds away from confessing to his crush. Almost immediately upon waking up, Senku begins working on a quicker, surefire way to wake everyone up and rebuild civilization. But the first person the two of them begin working on waking up is Taiju's crush, Yuzuriha. However, due to necessity, they wake up someone named Tsukasa. He's cool to start, but, mild spoiler, though this happens in like the first few episodes, he turns out to be kinda crazy. To avoid spoilers, I won't say how he's crazy. But due to Tsukasa being crazy, Senku and Taiju revive Yuzuriha, then make a run for it, not wanting to be involved with any of Tsukasa's plans. And now if I go any further, there will definitely be spoilers. I mean, even some of the other important characters are mild spoilers. So what I'll do is cover some of the characters, then some of the spoilery bits. So this show is basically called Dr. Stone because Senku is performing experiments, making highly advanced materials, equipments, and other things with what's available to him in this more primitive world. Think us making a cast iron stove in the Stone Age. Or a go-kart alongside Neanderthals. Same idea. Where you wouldn't think it possible, but Senku does. So, Senku. I've already said he's a freaking genius while only being a teenager. But that's just his brain, not his personality. He's a weird person. Can seem cold and caring at the same time. He's also a bit smug, like he's better than everyone else because of his massive intellect. But at the same time, he doesn't look down on others for it. Like, haha, I'm much smarter than you, but that's okay. You're trying your best and you're no worse for it. Senku also really likes to say, get excited, and also says things are 10 billion times or percentage likely to happen or not happen, as if they're kind of his catchphrases. Taiju is just a lovable idiot, like I mentioned, and strong as an ox, like I mentioned. He's an open book who can't hide his emotions from anyone, and he has a lot of emotions. And even though he's not smart, he's good at following instructions, and his muscles are very useful to Senku. No, that's not the reason Senku likes Taiju, though it is part of his motivation for waking him up. Yuzuriha is a sweet girl with a huge heart. She's also a huge idiot, just like Taiju. but also good at following instructions. She's crafty and as such is very good with her hands, which comes in very handy, no pun intended. She can also hide her emotions a little better than Taiju. Finally, at least for the spoiler-free stuff, Tsukasa. He's another teen just like the others, but he made a name for himself in the old world for being incredibly strong, more so than Taiju. Tsukasa is also not an idiot. He knows enough to understand what Senku is saying without it having to be dumbed down too much. He's also very charismatic, and that's what makes him dangerous. He's able to talk just about anyone into joining his team, even if they don't share his ideals. Oh, one last thing before spoilers. These cracks in people's skin are left when the person is woken up and breaks out of the stone. The cracks also appear in the pattern of how the stone breaks. Okay, here comes some spoilers. Skip to this time if you don't want any spoilers. After the trio leave Tsukasa, he catches up with them, and I won't say how, but temporarily incapacitates Senku. As such, it is decided that Taiju and Yuzuriha will become spies in Tsukasa's group, as Senku looks for people he previously saw evidence of. When he finds these people, he discovers an entire primitive village. Within this village are some of my favorite characters. Let's start with Chrome. He's a Stone Age scientist, and an idiot. When you first meet him, he thinks he's the smartest person there is, but is soon proven wrong by Senku. And though he's an idiot, he's very willing to learn, and begins to look up to Senku as a mentor. Kohaku, though, is actually the first person of the primitive village that Senku meets. She's a very strong young woman, both physically and mentally. She's an excellent fighter and one of the best in the village. Also happens to be the daughter of the village chief. The village guards are brothers Kinro and Ginro. Kinro is a little stuck-up, strictly sticks to the rules, and is often mad at his brother. Ginro is an airheaded coward, the complete opposite of Kinro. Suika is a young villager who just wants to help. She's young, sweet, and enthusiastic about helping in any way she can. She also wears a watermelon rind on her head. Then there's the old craftsman. I have no idea what his name is, and if it was said in the show, I completely missed it. He is wonderful. Him and Chrome are my favorite characters. He's buff as hell and rips his shirt off every time he flexes, which happens every time he gets excited about building something. In other words, it happens a lot. Last character I'm going to talk about is this guy named Genn. He started out as a part of Tsukasa's team, but is soon convinced to join Senku's. Genn is annoyingly wonderful, a scheming, slimy, slippery eel of a person who easily uses a person's own mind against them. He's also an amazing impersonator. He can impersonate anyone. He also likes to speak in Pig Latin. I assume it would be in a dialect in Japanese. Yes, I watch dubbed anime. The main reason, I'm lazy as hell. Season 1 ends on a cliffhanger, but Season 2, which is currently in the midst of airing, at least at the time of writing, picks up immediately where Season 1 left off, with no time lost. Again, at the time of writing, I'm not quite done Season 2 yet, so if you like, I'll come back with a video for Season 2. As for my thoughts on the show, I like it. It's a fun watch. It's entertaining with enough excitement to keep you engaged. I will say though, I think I liked Tower of God a bit more. It's a bit more mature than Dr. Stone. That being said, I still like it enough to keep watching Season 2. As for a rating, I'd probably give it 7.5 to 8 out of 10. And with that, I'm done. Review done, makeup done, everything done.
So,
done. I would say overall, I'd probably give this anime about a 7.5 out of 10. Yeah. I'd say overall I'd give this anime a 7.5 out of 10. I mean, depending actually, maybe a little low as 6.5 out of 10. It's average, but it's good. So, let me know if you like these ratings, as opposed to just a single review. I'm gonna restart that whole thing. And with that, I'm done. Makeup done, review done, everything's done. I'd say I'd give this somewhere between a 6.5 and a 7.5 out of 10, because it's average-ish, but it's decent enough. Anyway, let me know what you think of these rating things. Should I change them, make them out of 5 instead of out of 10? Whatever. Let me know what you think. Or should I just stick to reviews and not ratings? Okay, though, that's it. I will see you all next time. Bye!